Hello everyone. In the previous video, we learned about different aspects of teaching vocabulary and different techniques to present the vocabulary to primary school pupils. In this video, we are going to discover some techniques for the pupils to practice the vocabulary the teacher has presented. There are a variety of techniques or activities that teachers can use for their young learners to practice vocabulary they have learned. Some vocabulary techniques are using flashcards, using total physical response, using back-to-board game, and so on. In this video, I'll introduce to you 3 main techniques that are easy to use and suitable with the large class in Vietnam. First, let's discover the technique called total physical response. This technique can give pupils the opportunities to practice the words through actions or miming, and therefore, they can reinforce the words' meanings clearly, and the teacher does not have to use too much explanation. Now, let's find out how to carry out TPR. First, teacher needs to revise the words that he or she has taught the pupils by using different techniques, such as flashcards and miming. After that, the teacher says the words that the pupils already learned, and pupils can do the actions. The teacher can reward the first pupil who can do the action with a flashcard he or she has just acted out. Next, teacher can ask each pupil to say the words and do the action appropriately at the same time. Then, teacher calls one pupil to stand in front of the class, show him or her the card with the action. He or she has to act out the action in the card, and the rest of the class can guess what the action is by saying the word. So, what are the advantages of this activity? Firstly, this activity is fun, so it captures pupils' attention, and the meaning of the words is clear. Moreover, it is suitable with the learning style of a lot of primary school pupils, that is, learning by doing. Therefore, teachers do not need long explanation in English or in Vietnamese. Besides, this activity doesn't require much preparation from the teachers. However, this activity can make the class noisy, and some pupils who are not good at acting find it embarrassing to stand in front of the class to act. Now, please watch a video on how a teacher carries out this TPR technique with his students. Next, I am going to introduce to you another technique that can help pupils practice the words you have taught them. This is called snatching pictures. This activity not only can be used to help students practice new vocabulary items in the classroom, but also can help them identify the words and the meanings naturally and joyfully. So how to carry out this activity? To prepare for this, teacher has to prepare several sets of picture cards, each set for one group. First, teacher revises all the words that will be used in this activity by showing the pictures for the pupils to say the words. Then, teacher divides pupils into groups of 5 or 6 and gives each group a set of flashcards. Next, teacher asks pupils to sit in a circle with members of their groups and spread all the pictures on the table. When all the groups finish, teacher says one word at a time, and pupils point to the pictures. After that, teacher asks the pupils to put their hands on their heads, and teacher says one word at a time, and pupils snatch a picture illustrating the word. The first pupil to snatch the picture can keep it, and the pupil with the most pictures in a group will be the winner of that group. And what are the advantages of this activity? You can see that it is fun and therefore catches pupils' attention. Moreover, it is competitive, so all the pupils will be involved. However, the class might go noisy and be difficult to control if there are too many groups. And this activity requires a lot of preparation beforehand. Okay, in the next part, I am going to introduce to you another activity which is called back to board. This activity can be used as a practice step to help pupils understand the words through actions and explanations, and it encourages pupils to use English to explain the words they have just learned. So, how to carry out this activity? First, if the class is big, teacher can divide the class into 4 or 6 groups and ask each group to choose a name. However, only 2 groups can take part in the activity at a time. Next, teacher asks 2 groups to stand in 2 lines in the middle of the classroom. Each group will choose one member to stand in front of the others with his or her back to the board, so he or she cannot see the board. Then, teacher writes one word on the board or shows a flashcard with a picture so that other members of the group can see it. These members of each group have to use actions to explain the word for their friend to guess the meaning of the word and say it out aloud. The first group to say the word with correct pronunciation will get 1 point. Other member of each group will take turn to guess the word, and the group with the highest point will be the winner. If the class is strong, teacher can ask the pupils to use English to explain the word instead of using actions. One of the advantages of this activity is that it is fun and therefore catches the attention of the pupils. Moreover, pupils have chance to reinforce the new words they have learned and also practice speaking skills. Besides, teacher can engage all members of the class in this activity without much preparation. One obvious disadvantage of this activity is that the class might go noisy and be difficult to control. Now, watch a video to see how a teacher carries out this activity with her pupils.